We take yet another critical look at the Rwanda blueprints for church reformation sanitized the Christian community. This development followed a surge in the proliferation of churches used as conduits for religious deception, manipulation, falsehood, and other unchristian practices by self-styled, those religious leaders in Rwanda. Tonight, on your midweek frontline, we ask, can Ghana replicate this model? Is it time to adopt similar measures to curb the growing wave of religious abuse across the country? I am Kweku Annan, and of course, this is your GPS Tonight live from the very HQ here in the studios of CTV and across dozens, picking the feed. We start with, of course, our own in Sunyani. Sunyani is doubling up, lifting it on Sunyani 88.1 FM. Western region is just lifting the feed on Tadi 99.1 FM. London has just picked it up on GOB broadcasting on modernghana.com and still on GOB. The feed is on www.gobtv.tv plus Apple Music. Of course, the information super dial is heard live on my CTVGH and the Frontline Ghana. My CTVGH and the Frontline Ghana plus the interactive segment on the WhatsApp line 0202973461, and I will read all your messages for you folks. I believe we are all doing fine. Of course, we welcome our viewers here in Ghana and around the world to the nations. Of course, here we call, or we are on the prognosis of all. And
the Frontline with Kwekwanan, only on CTV.
Our
The Frontline with Kwekwanan, only on CTV.
comes next. Tonight, folks, is the midweek Frontline. And again, tonight also, I bring you the very last batch of the Rwanda's formulated policy, if you recall last week, and of course the weekend, midweek, we are giving you the very last of the Rwanda's chapter, and we are demanding to know, can Ghana walk the pathway of the Rwanda's situation? And I know many of you do know now what we are asking, that Ghana finds itself or herself in now. Why?
The Frontline with Kwekwanan, only on CTV.
This strange religion.
The Frontline with Kwekwanan, only on CTV.
What? Religious manipulation, deception, dogmatism, and many more.
The Frontline.
We need to curb
only on CTV.
the influx of indiscriminate worship using multi-purpose buildings for churches and whatnot, whereas these edifices are meant for something else. And above all of these persons comes, and what they say to, they say to the people is that God has called them. As you often hear, in Ghana, that God has called us to come and perform miracles. Yeah, folks. And if you recall, I have exposed all this document to Ghanaians.
Only on CTV.
So far, how far Rwanda has gone with this policy framework. And I again broke the news to you that if Rwanda has managed to do this, Rwanda has done this courtesy, or if you like, by
The front line.
good people who are nonetheless Ghanaians, help Rwanda to navigate the path. And one among such,
The front line with Kwanan. Only on CTV. The front line with Kwanan. Only on CTV. The front line
like this,
only.
you cannot go to Rwanda today. Go and hang anywhere. That's screaming.
The front line with Kwanan. Only on CTV.
The nation Rwanda is well properly done. So tonight, I will read the summary of the report for you. I'm going to read a summary of the report, how they managed all
The front line with Kwanan. Only on CTV.
Ghana.
The front line with Kwanan. Only on CTV. The front line with Kwanan. Only on CTV. The front line with Kwanan. Only on CTV.
And all
The front line with Kwanan. Only on
in that we should be able to what? Know the gateway to Africa, the beacon of democracy and whatnot. All of this must help us change and do things better. But you can see that, hey, we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We still continue to taxi. You know, and that's the most unfortunate part of it. We continue to taxi around as if though we are making some giant effort. Guys, are you okay with my sound? Good. You see, we continue to taxi around the gateway to Africa, the beacon of democracy, and all of those whatever nomenclature. It still does appear we ain't going nowhere. We still come back. A nation like Rwanda has gone too far, battle has off, all right? Several hundreds and thousands of people were murdered, were killed, right? The Hutus and the Tutsis, these people murdered themselves so badly. Today, the news report tell and testify that the people of Rwanda are in what? Are on the path of rising to become, if not the giants of Africa, sooner rather later. Trust me. They came here, pick our educational policies some years back, and today they've gone too far in education. We continue to taxi around. We are still here. Okay? Again, much as that now we are all comfortable with, we've opened the floodgates and have allowed all sorts of what? Unscrupulous practices of what? Religious groups, whatever. And part of your constitutions says what? Freedom of worship, freedom of this. Freedom. Who told you that freedom of everything is the path to go? Who told you? freedom of worship, and so therefore freedom of worship, everybody can even walk with his head down and his two legs up right there, in the outer space, regardless of whether or not he is infringing on somebody's right, forgetting that also again part of our laws that says what? Where one man's freedom ends begins yet another man's freedom, right? And we don't care. All about free. Who told you that the world we live in is like a free world and you can do it? Even the America, the world's power, the world's power, the global superpower, who believes in the policy called the free world, you not even do things like that there. In America, where we call the free world, United States, you still cannot be seen to be doing things anyhow you want because it's a free world. No. There are laws that must guide humans, or else humans will do their own thing. So this is where we are proud of, that now we've managed we've sold all of these warehouses that several decades ago, these were warehouses and factories were there, people were working there. These factories were producing food products. These factories were manufacturing stuffs and so many other things so guess what? Right from Kwame Nkrumah days, that as the last time Kwame said, 450 factories, where are they? How many remain? I cannot recall. So then can we say that from 24th of February 1966, Kwame Nkrumah died, all this? Let's say that Kwame Nkrumah was, he was the, what word I'm looking for? He was not the right man for this country. So Kwame Nkrumah is gone. What about we who know better than Kwame Nkrumah, or those who know better than Kwame Nkrumah could not have done it better, could not have helped to achieve what then was proposed to be achieved, rather than that of what Kwame Nkrumah left? It's what we continue to countenance, and we continue to enjoy the past glory of Kwame Nkrumah's leftover. Aren't we ashamed? Look at the motorway. Motorway was built about 40-something years now. It's been how many years? 40-something years. Now we are trying to put we are trying to give it yet another facelift of the motorway. Really? Anyway, so you see, we've opened the floodgates for these scavengers. I call them scavengers. And they are all everywhere at the corridors. Whoever you are calling the WhatsApp line, please. The WhatsApp number is not meant to be called. I've opened it. Don't call the WhatsApp number. Send message on it. Please respect yourself. Okay? We've opened the floodgates, and you can see terrible and naked nonsense and naked stupidity, naked foolishness, naked what? How bad, my goodness. These people are not normal. Well, I'm getting ready to just leave, go and continue my life somewhere and leave the country. At the end of the day, wherever, Charlie, man, you fall. If you fall on your right or you fall on your left, definitely you may be taken care of. Won't it be? Yes, of course, you will. Yeah. I just this afternoon, there was a conversation I had with a big man. I said, Chief, Sekweku, obey you, obey. And I said, no, Chief. I cannot continue to say that there is still light at the end of the tunnel. No. And but the circumstance that we ought to chart, the path to get it right, we don't want to. It's an uphill task for this people, this your men in leadership. It's a difficult one. They can't just listen, and walk the path and gets it done. That's an uphill task. And if something is an uphill task for someone and the person is unable to walk the path, can you therefore suggest that there is going to be a result? Absolutely not. There wouldn't be any results. And that's why we have to swallow the pill as it is now. So it's like a wind blowing. It will blow us like a leaf right on from the tree. Wherever that we land, if we land there and that place is a soil that can help, if not, and it's a dry one, so then we are consumed. Folks, check the rates. On my way to work, a woman called my office line and was complaining that Kweku, hey Charlie, the way now the Christian community in Ghana is going, Kweku, is so terrible. So terrible. Kweku, don't give up, okay? Don't give up, don't give up. And she's I guess that she's an elderly woman, and she was advising me. I said, hey, let's see what we can do. Folks, isn't it disturbing? By close of today, the circuit courts in Western region, the high courts in Bolgatanga, the appeals court in Volta region, one of this, has sentenced a 25-year-old man or a 30-year-old man or a 40-year-old man. What was his crime? His crime was he's gone to steal something very insignificant. Something very insignificant. But as long as that's prohibited, it's an inimical to the laws of Ghana. And so the law must take its course. The law is the law, and the law must deal with this individual. What about those who are polluting the atmosphere, the proliferation of the pollution of the atmosphere through the usage of what? Bad language, demonic language, satanic language that continue to gaslight people into a place of no return. And if they are to gaslight these people into a place of no return, as if that is not enough, again, whatever they are doing also inures to their benefit, that they become fabulously rich. They are making money onto themselves. Their bank accounts are fat. They are living lavishly, and the laws will not take care of them. And then we later comes to say that, oh, you know why? What they are doing is non-profit organization, yet they are building mansions, making money, and causing disaster and harming society and destroying society. And your laws finds it comfortable that, oh, they are the very good people in society, so let's allow them. Oh, they are the very nice people who are helping society to grow. Whereas in another nation, they see them as the most evil people, satanic people, and they are cracking down on them, and some are running out of town to Tanzania, Zimbabwe, and other places in African nations. Somewhere in the 80s, if you recall, I was a little boy. I remember Rawlings took the Rawlings, and his people, the PNDC government, if you remember, the PW, the People's Defense Workforce, and all of those, PDC and all of that. They chased a lot of people out, and there were so many edifices that were closed down. Yeah, it was Rawlings' time. The Masonic temples were all shut down. It was Kufuor who came and opened it. Am I lying? That's correct. Rawlings came and shut down many Freemasons buildings and temples. Whether they are doing something good or they are not, that was inconsequential in the equation. Rawlings meant to shut down any form of whatever secret religions or whatever. Rawlings' time, there was not like freedom of worship and stuff. Oh no. But you see, sometimes let's be frank to ourselves as these people of color. Look, in every situation where we sometimes believe that it is more dictatorial and whatnot, but in itself also many times kept the situation, and it moves us into conducting ourselves morally, if I'm not telling the truth. Think about it. In many situations where adversely it does appear it is the most cracking down of dictatorship and whatnot, that in itself also sometimes is what walks all of us on the moral path, and we learn a lot. When Kufuor came, bam, then Ghanaians, Kabmemin Kibi, and this and that and that and that, and the system started broken, and then all of these secret societies started springing up. This, that. Rawlings era. Can you just wake up? Did you hear a lot of all of this proliferation of churches? Rawlings era. Did you see that Ghanaians? For all the period of Rawlings administration, did you see a lot of what? Avalanche of churches all around. This corner, this school, this multi-purpose building is being used for a school. Did you see those things? Did you hear all of those noise? Hey, we are praying, pray. Lekusu, and all those nonsense. Did you hear that? Forget about, it's not about whether Rawlings did something great for this nation, but for that dictatorship to help Ghana walk the path of that moral uprightness. I commend that government, the PNDC government. Oh yes. Corruption was there, but trust me, you will not go scot-free without the PNDC government taking care of this. What about today? And I'm sure now all of us, the news by the hour, the gargantuan corruption at its apex, and nothing can be done. The MPP go, the NDC come, the NDC go, MPP come, and then they continue to do what the Americans would say, the shift-shape approach. All right, nobody is trying to do anything to obliterate. We don't want to do anything to obliterate this canker, this cancerous disease. We are more happy to see what being orchestrated, and then the intellectual class will just go and sit in their selected radio stations, and then they will start and speak all the nice brofo and the nice English whatever, and say, look at this. They are sick, they are mentally sick and weak. Guys, tonight we'll look at the final parts of the Rwanda's chapter, and then we zero down. Can Ghana replicate same? For me, I'm doing my own. After that, I'll be gone. Yeah, that's what you're going to do. Tonight also, I have a message for all our listeners and viewers all over the world. Tonight, I have a big message for you. So wait for the message, okay? And then we'll see how things go. All right, so up next would be Ghana Speaks, proudly brought to you by Biogas Experts. All right, Biogas Expert tonight is coming up shortly. Let's get started with some himself here. And I drink common de emu bed papa emu de and common de now. Common nana said me the last report of Rwanda situation in the Brel. Rwanda kunto kwa bebre wasasi su Ghana obi anim ye kwaye the peacekeeping ko honom ne ade na ne wanwan ne se and the Rwanda etimi nya ne nan so gina simpie so Africa emene waye nhihye bi ato ho se esom basa ayesom basa mu dada nkrofo ye ha nkrofo ene ye say ye de esom ebu nipa epo ye de esom etutu nipa ntem ye de esom eseye busua ye de esom edi boni bebre na se ni na mpo no wo mu ye ene nche be si ho a ni na de makeken na nso no ebi wie se emfasodie kese emma sa nipakuo we a ye from self-style, self-acclaimed, self-imposed theatrics, dramatics, crooks, thieves, criminals, and evil men of God parading at the corridors of nations in Africa. Ghana kaho says ya wo hwe record na Nigeria for ne dimuntin edikan na Ghana toso ansa na Kenya, South Africa no mo ekeka Rwanda de na somadwe no de ebisa ne se Rwanda paper no a report no a wo mo ye ya wo mo de ayeden edisa nkunim no yere se Ghana mpenifo betimi e de sa report nso ayeden ato efom kama Emma mpenifo ni na no yetimi ehu se ebeboye anase emwaye no eno ho enkomo ena anadwe ye babedi ewa ha na ebium said the enim another bill and so that one say the frontline show and so ewa expose kasia and then expose na me beka emu asem bi a kire Ghana for yeah and na be the kasem bi ewa expose ni mu a kire Ghana for chewa so particularly mo wo otwen honhom a motumi atwen ya bedu empempenso yi me wo announcement kese edemasa enipa fowe exposing my yen say enye expose yen say obia na say no please oh me we need time mami me need time amount nti de bia na me wo kase me ka che Ghana for say me no me ya dia nye dom no hu ya na ye hwehwe wo say no me ni sa da je no what you say you will nipa ko bi wo mu a ewiase no mo no wo mu ewo ha for a purpose ebiom wo sense of reason a wo di yom bibia enye nipa no mo ma say wo ma say enwan se bi mpredua say kwa we no di supi no eno no chese wo ni wo purpose what you say nti expose no e wo ne purpose nti a eba ene wo mu a expose no so aye den bama wo metimi ehu enema bi ene so okay aha nti mesrawa chana so why nti ene anatwi meden komo bi kase pa beto ho de ama obi about this expose. So folks, if I dream my uncle Ghana Speaks proudly brought to you by Biogas Expert 4. Biogas Expert 4 no omo de edwumako we woni me no omo an enam enne show no we be amasha see free o de hwede eba Biogas Expert 4 I me no mu tu anamo sonko na anadwi enkomo a me no obedie no kire se me pese ebu kompo kakra bi na ye hwe niam mienu particularly say the we see ni dan ewie ana say bi kro wo adwen bi say oba be si dan ene chinya na na meeting ka boss an kai say sa afi na wu be si a ana make bi a ye secret do eya level bi a enche ye be flow so na abo eyino a fence and chance no a na che say bibi so be cost we inside or eye den a ene ye friend no the state of the arts POP papa mon fan to screen is mama POP papa eno na wo hwe no screen so no now sa POP we edwumako bie ni Ghana ha kwaku me de ato epono so edwumako bie ni Ghana ha wo mukuta sa POP design we dan yenom a ye den ye edwuma we me na me ka kiro POP papa enti se bia afina odan no usia ene wonya siwie ya na maba fast na maba POP ne de ama wate man kama fe designs no edorson the guys moon rolling na Ghana for no designs no ebi ne uhwe we ya I say hwe design we din I say oba wa bopons design din hwe din I say oba wa bopons no wati ne ni echi ne why bibisa no very nice very nice we yensa no edwumanie POP fe now sa POP we mi kire we POP bia enyoma ne materials na ye dia no ni na ewo non combustive substances a kire say eja ebeto dan nim na eja to dan nim a eja to dan nim a at the end of the day no o dan enhye bibia enye edan no POP ni is so strong such that e be save bibia wodan me kwaku anan na me kan we akiraw. I'm telling you this and I'm not lying, I'm not kidding. Me say e be save dan no ama sa POP na ye si ama no asem bi kan o wi ase de ye koya na ye dwen bibia ho bone bi ma ne ade but fane say asem boni bi na esi na eja atod dan most of eja no eta depa ebra ewura ceiling mu a because of enua no egu ho no but we nyi enua asem biom sa POP asema make kuta great substance and one a fight fire no ekuta fire service elements be bra eja na e desen a entimi ne masoro nhye nioma no ebedum a kind of crutcher ibidum until you have almost about 80 to 90% to protect and your man assume and say it janu break it up from the ceiling and yet a soro pen and ebeshe intimi muma inside the hobio until be ka soro keke na che say nneoma ni na no ayeden aye save mesrel ma wenimre na POP no biogas expert engineers idwuma ya kwadaro mu no ye ne ye sa nneoma yi na ye ne kama e de ba wate enti bia afi na dan no ye si a eno no most of no say POP there ye si dan no a ene ye sa de no so no enti ye si afi na wo be si mesraw ma memra na me POP no ho adwuma mfema wo ebium real estate for bebre ene edan sie no sebe me kan say mo aye mra kakra because of enyoma no said ye de konti no eno real estate for so betimi aba na muni ebedi enkuta ho ne age contract ne ya en fefefe hweda we mu pa na wo hwe se ya ye POP no wo a enya wo fe a efe yi papa we de o be kan se kwaku mu nsa no eye kama papa kojo awono o say the whole of this year kojo menini nhia e kojo ye busy am anya easy sa nti say me take the mantle ne ye hwe ne ye nti POP ho asema me no wo kan obeboa wo papa paye ankra mo musisi mu dan POP obetimi ka de design aba wo de ba na ye hwe so a ebetimi e design ne ya POP ne de amount. I promise you folks enya de a eye better sa kra hwe we say sa POP we say I say esoro I say nsu better I no bi say clouds bills e de ben ni na no eye nipa na tena se that innovative and the creativity na ye de ye no eye nipa na tena se ne ye dwene but I seen here kama I we so the eyes will be any more water in the chin ne sa de no as in an turn you ko right na bi so you ko left for na light no wo and address say wo ha what ha na wo hwe wo TV a so living room here for asundwe mu kama bi sa o boni bia so mo kwem na ye fe so say wa wo dan ye bi si no say ye why dan yo say ye multi purpose ye POP bia would a multi-purpose dome and I say a conference so a big house so a debe minim if you can say the nekasi city but the America trying to say if you look right say the entire greater Accra the entire capital ye betimi a POP wo ni na IF kama e the amount enti Mr. Maweni enko menimu wia quickly ma mensan fa mura the very borehole maka ho asem for a very long time and I continue to stay a while longer e wo borehole ho kire say ensuo de ensuo pa ho nsem e wo man mu sisi ade Ghana ni bia anim e very very severe ensuo abaye one of a multi devastating idea enya asem keto kire say government so boaw mansu eba ofie through organization Ghana Water no so ababontia beka sese so ntimi fensu ne ma nti aban ne be de na aban ne betuen aban nan kasa no so oboa ma Ghana Water ne nya na hoden mo mutumi ko ensu akese de do memu a eye biremu o eye river prow river nkobra river din ni nara iranom abanya oko abanya oba o boni kese a wo mu diti a wo nkasa wo mu emanfo wo timan no se wo mu sei nsuo ni keke abra emfa wo ho awa akonu ase bia so sei nsuo ni keke wo mu se no kwan ben so wo mu se ne se won mu pade bi e wo nsuo no mu nipo mu ni wirem ni kwae mu a wo mu frɛ ne se gold na sa no yankopɔn ebo asase no man na o se yemfa meye na munye no responsible a year mo se monye Inti lead to say in soon all the river in river the down mining now say your river water bodies and then your forest reserves ni na say and only baby drill now what dream I was saying at the papa biba me say train a kakre bi a brick kakre bi kweku I'll be gone. The rest of our journalists, if one or two or more, I say, woman who am left from right and one back a cancer maybe I'm a that's okay. But what am I mean can baby and one of better answers, oh, now I brand here and not your bad TVs or info, so he's somewhere. Son or mine or more penal. Kwame Kume, Kwame Munkuno. Ghana teach for be say Ghana be no mote Rwanda asema making hwe me ame wo fa Professor John Bosco omne design ma Rwanda enam so man no enipa omutim ne enipa wo nya so brachere of benimfo no pa de papa bi dia mo man no wo mo pekanko mo peyedie epempunto dia mo man enye wo benimfo no omote o man no is a mechanics who tie na supem ensuo eho problems no en solve na solve ochina. By the time I obey what say wo ba say kwagu me hwem wo kwagu mo betu nsuo bi mrem no na saa time ne nsuo materials ye de ebu na nsu dimrika ekosoro afuto na wo bon sa na Ghana ni nioma bebre ye ni na me kamede na meja hwako so no ti the American say moye ankrankro ebia na brown no kakra bi na motie saa brown no nsuo emma nsuo ma no ntino amade bia na ese ekofa fence tanka kese na ebi bunsugum na ye deba na afi obia ebune de na ye de kofie na no mo be use for how many days, weeks, month. 2 science na kasa be do the doorstep of the community na nsuo na contaminated. 3 why say tank and never be supply nsuo no ediamo rather than to have all your taps flowing. Eno na migusu na meka cho say moye ankrankro edikan mumra na mune biogas for metnase mune ye betena ho a onima de ye be yamamo ye behwa ye bibia kama na mo no munko operate borehole no ewo community ni mo. 2 afie betimi so network ensuo no pipes e de ama every home ma ye borehole ni wi a ensuo no timi akọ every home. We build a tank na ma ye nhyehyɛ ma ensuo no ye bie mo bia tap e flow. 3 afi mo sa nipa no se mo ye mienu miensa na mo ne biogas be di nkoma mo na mo take control of the water flow enti bosumi bia no nipa e wo area mo tumi eden eje o mo water bill. What a business. This is a classic business, and I tell you Ghanaians mo face such challenges na mo ne biogas for me di nkoma. 2 say one kase na ye wo fie ene nsuo no wo hia wo dia na say just as make us say kodo so ochine to anamo eko baby borehole inti so no enti say wakasa ofi abomadi anabra oba enso ye no be sa nhyehyei na ne yetu e de ama wankasa ema wo pipe so wo living room o bath o toilet any baby kitchen nsuo flow e wo taps mu ema wanimpo age keke ema asomria ba ate nsuo ni electricity emu ne na abefa Chememe se fansio ate yes water is life. Okay, electricity there say near it me mounted solar panels no near the area tanaye that way na abampo ntimi network solar panels ema the whole nation every afra say bia na Ghana experience dey be dum so mo bobe ekro ni etan o me bia wo mpeni na adwene de etini sisi so ba me boa mo wankase wafo ho adwene na wadwene ntine borehole asameka kire no na nya nani o kire bi na nsuo na eba afi minimu wi a mo nso am build it say mo sisi mo dan obi o ma bi dan be miensa na wusie edan miensa ba ko ha na why imagine say nsuo a water tanker na air so de aba site or every week ayedwuma tanker yi charge nsuo tanker yi turn fuel tanker nyeme bebre ti aden na wonye den wonfa ni nan kambo ni entu nsuo no site ho na mun use nsuo no emfanye site project no na asomdwe bia emba we na make we hwe Apollonia de na ye go 2 year so me can say we 2 weeks mini Zono, it 2 years sojeni bidia o sojeni pa. Can you imagine say we 2 sojeni o ye sojeni edwuma 1 year ebe saying, but we are very happy. Problem biama de ye 2 in recent times problem biama obia sum edwene kama so afimidi mu wie ne hwe wo mo nso a bia motaya ade bia brochirefo ne na menemo beka we ene say oya oso yemfa me de car bi ko Ghana na wo mo fanye adwuma na car intimi emfa enye sales emra yes enye bad idea me support us but oftentimes what stories na narrative no say car bi do ye na ide adwuma na nche driver na ko say car no so no inti hwe say car no to ne bia be $5,000 ibi kura na akwesa splinter bar cc bi ni ade nche enye bad o na ubeyi uto no $5,000 or more we be yi wo port ho no so say duty ni saying and send ya baba ye hu ni de ahye nipa da seninsa koye adwuma na face cabra no ano was starting this manager can and na make sure say we cheni na no pam no twa no nkwankyere sodo if you area nim ho nsuo ebetumi ehia nipa ho ye ba mensa kit kese we any moto ye hye we almost the same nti ye hear the size of this say near the moto na hye from ye to asase no ekọ asase na komam ko ho 1,000 miles down near akwa lifting nsuo no near the aba na ebusua na eden eton nsuo no wo fie ho kopme time obia ebetimi enya nsuo ma bibia ye kama obia ho ato no what I say sika e ba fie a wo mu di say sika ye den wo mu di hwe mo ho de ye niam di bie ahwe fie no e de aye niam bebre na we e de na echi we moto nya de na ba be send no tra o metu nsuo ya tomato ya chese asomdwe nko a woti abrochiro na wasomadwo nya afini e bebo amane wofa car no eno okọ na ama wofa car no process achi car no nsem bibre Ghana for adada ye nipa bonefo ankasa ewudifo ye beda abrochirefo isa bom nsem agisika ni nara mi wana asem na ntesa bonesem kwa na obi diska ma ni nua so wonsi dana oba na kwaye nkwa na da ohun kwaye na na otwahwe no ano wanya stroke eno so sa bone e ti se Ghana for na giato unua bi nyame anadom wo bre ne kre ni bre ne obre ne moje ni wo awo no mu sa ye kakra obetimi aye ma oba wenye ba bi ni tiato o se menye bone tani pom ti sa omai we mu bone di bone chi bibia enti wo ye bibi wo fia me sero no why very very careful ama wonsa ensi form ne kwakra no real estate for mo a musisi dan de meka kire mo no se mosomomoden na mo ye den mo fama so na se real estate bit about the two bottles bia be makoma ko be nsia na enson wo site near build septic tanks akase de amamo. Okay, plumber see ye 24-hour economy na na ewom no. They count 24-hour economy na na ewom no. Amanfo ye dwuma na pe wiane anadwo tetetetetetetetetete. Be bia ye shadaji nim machine see ye dwuma nim ne rollers we ye dwuma plumber see ye dwuma uti na de o ke be bia ye busy 24-hour economy ye dwuma say ka say port one ma say busy say keke. Onioma betimi aba anadwo 3 a.m. 2 a.m. yebeyi ema ye de abefie saa na oma ye chechire no ye koyinim kakra ne bibia ekoni no ate enti real estate for no so na bia na ensuo nti de bia se mo break into meduma ma me ma semese mo ba ye betumi aye nhehye ne mo akosite ekotu bia mamo pumps 6 bi ne ye de ahehye from ne a build tanks be 6 wo ho a I don't think the plumbers will be in need of water. The way to me is more dinosaur. A dino you must build it in record time because if you could be dying. So what I said, and you mean to give it me hinder the progress of the project. Biogas for you, Ain't guys, we see how this is it. Now, biogas for you, Jumakubia, your numbers in the guys, more fun numbers in the brain in a member. Now, Edumakuwe ubetimi afre any day anytime. Biogas expert, can I have the numbers guys? Ubetimi afre anytime. Now ofre biogas for intimi ampeke. What it means is in a site. If you have a numbers here me mon famra mon zero down manemra numbers here good screen is 055 589 3001 and that's 0546 205 377. I repeat 0546 295 377. Did I call it well? 0546 205 377. Yes, and I'm busy born 0546 205 377 and a 055 589 3001. Open so I main can the other way around 055 589 3001. Ni na WhatsApp so. Ite mu bia no utimi e WhatsApp en wo frena obi am peke call na enyedene. Go on WhatsApp, store it. Minimum pa store na say frontline biogas. Send me penese wo ye no voice recording. Mayenya wudin brono ana region ko a woni edi nkomo no free so bia na wo pa east west ana greater Accra mayehu 3 dia na pese e be yema kanina akire will return the call na fie no idem atwaso ho na yetimi a resolve o problem ni na edi amawate. Guys, Shannon so na bibia ebekoye. So just gone past biogas expert engineers. Well, folks, my members are announcement we at the dark side of life. At the dark side of life, my members are announcement we quick announcement we and that screen is of course one of president, one of men can I say he's one of decent CEOs, President John Dramani Mahama. Yes, one of his decent CEOs are Onfomuniagro, and at the same time Osansuye President Nankasa so the immediate neighbor. Osansuye meso me group chairman said to Agungu so ne immediate neighbor Omina Ewo Asiheye. Yes, the chief executive officer gets fan Mr. Paul AJ, of course. Pape Onona Adia Atunini Papa apologies. Father-in-law has just passed on, and a year we AC Impinifui na, and I saw told the President Mahama so cry no bet on that sa a year we Nipa the father-in-law our top from the Mr. Clement Kofi Akomia Sechi ID 92, and of course Miyaduma coming this very week next one airbano NHS a funeral arrangement with airbus, so of course on the 27th March 2026 and a Drumedi airbus ewo Immaculate Conception Koth Church asin fusu and a Drumedi airbus ebesha says 7 p.m. of course to 9 p.m. right? Yes, ata. Yes, Shedia corn air black and white, and then far past and burial mass, and also take place Saturday, 28th of March 2026, time 6 a.m. sharp. So no, not just say Drumediano air course in far past and tribute, and also 9 a.m. ne burial mass ni nano or a room ni penipa. Nani nano so, and also because Immaculate Conception Catholic Church asin fuso atano say a black and white, right? Interments private Saturday 28th and on the final item Saturday 28th in March 2026, time 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. venue Catholic School Park asin fusua atane black and white. Thanksgiving normally be ni kwesiada 29th March 2026, and also be started sorry no dey be and asia sorry no 9 a.m. venue no so Immaculate Conception Catholic Church asin fusua ata all white ne kwesiada na dem ataria wo de ekono all white and enti adiato aban penny way Ninipa Paul AJ, executive director and as a chief executive of Gets Fan on one associate of my penino ne immediate neighbor or chain home so or science me group chairman said Agungo so ne neighbor international and penny for more area how there as there too many, but of course if you know or apology so to me fair apology any wife Mrs. Joan Abnasichi. Yes, Abnasichi you Parliament, one of the senior clerks, and one more they told me folks we need more man now from now then na one more yako a year no subitimi and now could be. Of course I know some penny ebekwa grace occasion then so wakobi no one more man penny the oye bia so na akoyi kama ate enti a year ora Clements Komiasichi and all that from the folks. So that is the very state of events. Now, on the brighter side of life tonight, folks, yebeyade bi nadia yebeyene eyedea. But move around the politics of today. The politics of today, nemedimu remono. Me we are na me the announcement and so ade. Atoho I'm a Ghana for. Akwe say kweku boni about boni ni mitrim. Mami kenka I say, hey, Kweku, watching you live from USA. I say, you are breaking out, Kweku. We can't hear you. MC, I am checking my sound. Please, Kweku, don't stop halfway. You have to see this through. People of Ghana needs you. Please, you must finish what you started. Emma, watching you live from Portland. Abin Emma, won't you ask you? Okay, this one. Ghana boy ni God bless you sir. Okay, wait, so say, oh, this is beautiful, I like the design. Okay, if you like it, Brian say P open asam na can hear sanam. Okay, well say may his soul rest in peace. I sanity. Good one. Okay, I'll come back and then finish the message. Now, up next, Ghana Speaks. And Yedru Swa, still politics of today tonight. We continue to place Rwanda's blueprint for church reforms and regulation under sharp focus and examine whether the government of Ghana would consider adopting similar policies to reform, keep, and regulate the growing concerns over the avalanche of fake ministries parading across Ghanaian society, all under the claim that, quote, God has called them into ministry. The yebe na dream say yebe hwe kwan a Rwanda for need to me two sa na mo we this giant step we o metu emedo o mu kwa enim no Ghana so betimi etu ye na esi Rwanda de no ntem ne ya hwe adadafo akoromfo enabrabafo ewudifo bone ashomoma nani na ewia something problem be no but boni no mudi tia ono onyankopon adehye konkronfo ni na no wo mo sa ankrofo na esen nya mo mfaso asem what be that. In view of the above, Frontline continues to intensify the build up to its upcoming expose into the ministry of Christ, while also examining same of the unholy practices across the Christian community here in Ghana. Tonight we take yet another deep dive into the sights and sounds of the troubling development, all carried out in the name of ministry. Any Christo anamotuo, any Christo nesom, any Christo abrabo ebrebra. But a new so and a sa was software no binum titi memu ha akoshifo nkontompun na braba for say and one yebe. Tonight, we begin with yet another self-style, self-dramatic, and self-imposed masquerader who has deceived many Ghanaian church members under the guise of performing miracles. In tonight's edition, we take a critical look at one of his so-called miracles, the shocking claim of supernaturally producing a Ghanaian passport. What is our same way with him for? Omaya to me, I want my name. Omaya yedi to me, and a minium. Omaya yedi to me, and a chechire. Now, also for me free here, or free here, or Pierre. One of our minor actions to that. To me, one more, won't mean facade in ye bibia anyhow. No. Na kwablani osofo wono decide na jeho ye or decide na ye de ope in the name of say or ye miracles actually man. Hey, are you serious? Hwe enime bi wo man mu a your man no yenso wano yenso wano o your dey o man no enso wano, therefore wontimin toto sade no asaram. Therefore any Ghanaian sin so what to sadeno asaram, that person must be arrested. You arrest wa you sa nipa no say me kwekwana versus the state. As a me go jail straight. A judge must sit on that case and jail me straight. Some me dem insa kasa or manager pade ebini. The Ghana flag ni so no enya wadwen say yentama bi keke. Tika sani ye. and you want to say Ghana flag and tamakeke. Therefore, ube team the idea open. Omi, and you may be woman, and so no, and to me, wom. And also them, it also serves as our identity. And on a chair, Bobby. Okay, Sanyomi also be a tosumiansa, and also any idea then, you be peer amanone, Emma, Amayamaya, Womusu, we are say, and so we are say, Yansuye. Other than that, and it's all maybe you too frat. No, we must have what you call an identity that reflects national in character. Nenya bodown for women Jimmy womunim nyansa. Eyo man Ghana nipa bodamwa womunim nyansa. They will allow edifice, including identity. Say obi fasa identity no fanya diope. All because in the name of what? A freedom of worship. Because siasem to say. Na kwabnani jeho no odi sa on my identity no the year your owi anu wa fan wedi the police, the security services enti anya hwe enti won be ye nene ochene so me ade echen so me nobody get arrested ye nyu bi ahwe na ni nemu no mo ya emfaso a efri saade ni mu ba no enye emfaso a eba oman no emfaso a ekosa nkrofo yi omo so asiasem weti sei oh baby on my nijina na make no na wo de ma yefunya wo na wo de wo na wo se wo ye hwan na American flag se ma fa American flag na wa ye ndia wo pebia muni omemu ha me refi footballer ni din there's a Ghanaian footballer I don't know sir or the Israeli for flag I've forgotten how that story is. I'll look for it. A Ghanaian okofa Israeli flag Edi beye den we nya some bibia za o no so that is also the reason why semi people to say obi kana say proceed if a policeman is in a uniform, if a custom officer is in a uniform, an immigration officer in a uniform, a fire serviceman is in a uniform, a military it's in a uniform. No ben one share. No matter how say when you say the buafumpa share no one for one sampa and fan cannot for any reason be say why then report to Emma the law enforcement agency, but do not take the law into your own hands. Why? Because the uniform. The uniform is the authority. The uniform is what? Is the ability. The uniform is what? The crack of the nation. Is the heartbeat of the nation. That makes who he is and that makes who we are as what? Identity reflecting national in character. In two koso uniform ntitimusa ya betche watum. Adebi to say passport. Passport eye Ghana yen so wano. Boko, ofi say boko, but a passport. What mean so young no passport what Yet Omanimu has say, and our security services could not take this into their. He said, also for a play around the passport anyhow. In the name of what? The stupidity prophecy. Our person was here. Prophecy. Our person was here. I don't be a man. The woman, the woman, me a man of Christ say, yeah. It is at the display of the international community. Can you imagine? Other nations, civilized nations around the world are watching this. No me bisa Ghana and Penifose. Why must you allow your passport to be abused to this extent? Because somebody has already washed up a bow down for a massive with Jimmy for lunatics in here. Yes, sir. Only see about them. We are mad people, crazy people. Guys, sometimes I get so angry beyond anger. Say, yeah, I'm in tears. Say, yeah. Who are these people? Come on. And even if beyond. Guys, watch this. By using national identity or the heading, take a lesson.
Switzerland Switzerland.
Yes, please.
Switzerland. It's a Switzerland. Yes, Switzerland. They refuse visa for 3 times. Yeah, they refuse visa for 3 times. Hey! Mary, Ariazari, Lori Riasa, Amari Ariaswalai, Mary Aziria Koriaza. Remove Rampabuano. Pabuano.
Yeah, remove the shoe.
Pabuano.
Remove the shoe.
You pass what you Switzerland.
Yes, please.
Switzerland. It's a Switzerland. Yes, Switzerland. They refuse visa for 3 times. Yeah, they refuse visa for 3 times. Hey! Mary, Ariazari, Lori Riasa, Amari Ariaswalai, Mary Aziria Koriaza. Remove Rampabuano.
Yeah, remove the shoe.
Rampabuano.
Remove the shoe.
You pass what you
Wait, what is that? Well, is it Paulina? Paulina said this is really a concert and not what? A prayer. Anyhow you call it. You know, Ghanaians, those of you in Europe and out there, minimo maybe some of them, with a family message, I'll read it. Can you put Amsterdam for passports? Eddie show problem say what the miracle be. And a British passport. Now they are share problem. Now nice so. Now also what the miracle, the British passport. Ubeti me the American passport. I shall problem. So what the miracles. Guys, I don't want to have an answer for myself. Guys, more fans that's what I'm going. Be that an American passport or the British passport or Dutch for passport or European passport, whatever. Ubeti me the show problem is so what miracles. Na say I didn't put your miracles so and jenjen kwa siam pennies are a fool like that. A stupid animal like this, not what the omino identity to me no or the name which I know so na asori ma edu24 no muto no me so mo bom say no me dey be receiving say papa na eden why miracle this guy wey this animal, why miracles by using national identity and the systems, the leadership of this nation sees there's nothing wrong with it. Anyway, a religious scholar challenges a long-held assumption asserting that none of the books scripture can be directly attributed to Jesus Christ, pointing out that nowhere in the Bible is any text explicitly written or credited to him. I do a very controversial. Papa maybe yacho a bishop nasem ne say Jesus Christ and chro onwume bia no. But when say chro konkron no so ye kan bibia no a ya attribute to Jesus Christ. tie kasa no ne tie nasem o say bibia no a ekire ahyensudie bia no a ekire say Christ etro bia because ni nara nso no eye nipa bi na etro nti die be nso nti ene yesoro a ye be kan asem no ne attribute to Jesus Christ. The problem here, just listen to the argument. Take a listen, guys.
There is nobody who can prove that the things that the Bible says Jesus said actually came from the mouth of Jesus. Simple thing. Because there's no book of Jesus. It's the book of Matthew. Matthew says Jesus said. The book of Mark says Jesus said. The book of Luke says Jesus said. It's the book of John says Jesus said. So where do you sit? Let's say if this was Madanga Commission and you come and tell me Jesus said this, and I ask you, did you hear him say that? No. Where did you get this thing? It was written. Written by who? By Matthew. Tell Matthew to come here. No, there's no truth. It's a gospel. The gospel is not the truth. The gospel is a marketing tool to advertise this thing called Christianity. So it is not focusing on teaching the truth. It's focusing on attracting the listener. So what we believe today, that Jesus Christ is God, does not come from God. It came from Eusebius. So it was created by a mankind, by a human being.
Who's Jesus Christ?
He was just a guy. He was just a prophet. But he is not God. And I'm teaching people to read the Bible to understand it. Because when you read it seeking understanding, there's a point where you're going to say, but this does not make sense. Yeah. There's not even one word in the Bible that was said by Jesus. In the Bible.
10 Commandments is written by is God himself.
No. God did not write the 10 Commandments.
Who wrote them?
It's Moses. It's not God. Is it not Moses?
Nah, it's God.
Moses delivered.
Don't read to believe, read to understand.
What's an argument? But when Vinci he goes on even boldly, arguing that the Bible is riddled with contradictions while also questioning the credibility and position of Moses within the scriptures. I feel we take Moses on of the things, the other side of Moses write-ups, and question it. No, say I may tears the Bible nankasa so self-contradictory. Tiny argument, na share say hina way place, Take a listen.
Bible is full of lies.
Just repeat.
Yeah, I will tell you which part. Moses says, or God told him to write the 10 Commandments. Then he comes with this concept of saying, I saw a burning bush, but alone. Nobody else was there. All of the stories of Moses, they happen with him alone. Remember, Moses says he's sent by God, right? But the only proof that he has is a Bible that he himself wrote. Would you think that person, can you trust that person?
So, but then, do you believe in the Bible?
Yeah. I just don't believe in the Jewish manipulative mindset, because I'm not accepting that God can create all of us and say the only way to access him is through Jews. That's nonsense.
Hey, Zimbinda. South Africa.
Why is it that God will never accept you as you? Why do you have to carry a Bible? Why do you have to be a Jew? Why do you have to have the blood of Jesus for God to accept you? Is that not unfair?
I want you to answer me just a short question. I want a short answer. Does heaven exist?
No, there's no proof.
When you die, where you going?
I'm dead. Nobody knows. Are you sure that you're going to go into heaven?
Is no heaven?
I'm asking, are you sure you're going to go into heaven?
Yes.
Why? Because somebody told you there's a heaven.
quite zigzag, is it not? These are some of the controversies that we continue to stay out there. Now, another religious scholar, Dr. Abel Daminam, has revealed what he describes as the mystery behind the establishment of contemporary state of Israel, challenging widely held beliefs about the identity and role of modern day Israel. Kaneno Israel na ye kan Bible no enye nenu Israel no. Debi. But a Christopher no go aso dem was abriwe. A Christopher no go aso dem wo hwe Israel na esi ho ne say eno no na no tete Israel no. But I'm sure say and the kind Ghanaian population wa meti anga say dodo na yi nim say enye sa Israel no enne. Ne sa Israel na na wo hin. And Israel ben sunye sabri Israel na wo is na no Israel ben. Well, Dr. Abel Damina, also a religious scholar and of course one of the hardest critics for the explanation we have to the explanation of how yes Israel we about into fulfillment. Take a listen.
You see, the problem is
this Israel is not the one God is talking about.
The Israel in the Middle East, the state of Israel is not Bible Israel.
Okay.
The state of Israel was a political and economic orchestration in 1948. That's not Bible Israel.
Oh, yo.
In the Bible, Israel is a person.
Jacob.
He wrestled with God. Towards morning, his tie was broken. God told him, from now your name will no more be called Jacob, but Israel. You have prevailed with God.
Yeah.
Then the children of Jacob now formed the 12 tribes of Israel. But because they did not obey God and follow God, their enemies scattered them all over the earth. So that Israel was gone.
Oh.
And in 1948, there was a political arrangement by the Rothschild. If you know the Rothschild.
Yes, I know the Rothschild.
The Rothschild actually created the state of Israel, historically.
Wow.
So the Israel you have today in the Middle East is not the Israel in the Bible.
So where is the Israel of the Bible?
It's no more.
Scattered.
It's no more.
So why now some people say, oh, we are the real Israelites, we are the Jews, we are the this one?
Well, if you study the Bible very well, the coming of Jesus demystified Israel. The coming of Jesus retired Israel. Because when Jesus came, he put an end to the dichotomy between the Jew and the Gentile. Jesus took the Jew, the Gentile, put them together, and out of the Jew and the Gentile brought out a new kind of humanity that never existed before, which is now the true Israel of God, which is not measured by circumcision in the foreskin, but circumcision of the heart. That's the way the Bible teaches it. So today, the Israel of God are those that are born of God by believing in the gospel of Christ. It's no more a state somewhere in the Middle East.
Yeah, he's right. This Israel was formed in 1948. So this is where is the old Israel. Now he mentioned a group of people, we call them the Rothschild. Unimum. Do you know the Rothschild? Go and research about them. The Rothschild. Now we are now their torso, the Windsor. Okay? The Rothschild, the Windsor. Research about our groups now. Research about the Zionists. Research about events in CFR, the Council on Foreign Relations. The Trilateral Accord, the Bilderberger Group. Research about them all. The Bilderberger Group research. Then we are going to research about who just research. Put it in the form of a question. Who are the 13th family that controls the world? The 13th family. You understand what is going on. I will say we are yatim. Ate. Obi kansa na kwekuna Israel foi pa. Obi amoye nyankopon na me mosom nyankopon pa na matamfo nemo enya eyi kakra bi a sese ye ka sisi ye ka se o we de obi kan ye guso ye ka se ye rocket ahodo Scud missiles bombs ye shield war ye shell war Iran ho any Lebanon I rati Israel my senior brother ko Israel baros rati ko hey motia na mozidi Israel ye kum nipa te se de ye kum eyi enkoko no to hear Bompire, the God of Israel. So, you can be Israel nyame beji Israel nyame beji Israel nyame. Wono ne tamfo na wono no one na ekono ono oha no ono nkonko gina tabernacle die nim so wo Bompire say Christ mro. Wono no waye die me okuta heaviest industrial complex, military industrial complex, and one muscle and war two bombs and flying across the skies. Also to Israel nyame brao Israel nyame ye twen wo sao. Let me read some messages here. Me Asare Daniel say obinim is says come on concept any back. God bless you. We so say kweku I think yes Recus say kweku I think the Switzerland ambassador can summon this guy to court. Okay. I'll say Jesus never wrote a book, yet it was those who saw, went on, and his followers that wrote the book. Okay. Emma say, I don't think the country is moving in the right direction. We need changes to improve the situation for our people, and John Mahama can do better than this. Stop this crazy madness prophecy. Okay. Despite everything, since the Bible was written, the content has been digital world today. It's not able to dispute. Okay, Recuse we are saying, my question is about all of those old infrastructure way back BC that holds the doctrine. Okay, I say who were those that Adolf Hitler tied to kill or was going after? Okay, so I say it's very scary. Okay, so good one. Now, tonight another scholar steps forward with a provocative revelation challenging the very foundation of religion and arguing that its origins were deliberately shaped in ways that contradicts the beliefs and cultural identity of this people of color. Or say assume ye de ba se de be a menumi no ya dwene no enye te se de etenwa na de okay enekre. By this time the me sure say ye pesi ye kind of saying the nationalists, the movement to educate na ye boy homework na see be hu ni kra bi no me gidi say nsem ne bi ma ye ka ene Ghana ni bi Ghana for the mu say baby esom na ma say a boy to walk much closer to God. No amasa esom amma say a boy may walk closer to God. No. So this man ya obeka say obetimi aba say o ene kwafo ana say the o kan enya ne kra ti ni wie na hwade. Take a listen to this.
Do you know what was the true purpose behind the creation of religion?
No, sir. Please tell us.
Religion wasn't created to connect you to God. It was created to control your connection to God. In biblical times, spiritual knowledge was abundant and everyone had access to it. People experienced their rhythm with nature. They could feel the presence of the divine within their breath, their bodies, their heart. As civilizations grew, leaders realized something powerful. If you could control what people believe, you can control how they behave. So they built systems. They took mystical teachings from the words of Jesus, Buddha, Krishna. They institutionalized them. They turned living wisdom into doctrine. They told us God is all powerful and you must worship him. And if you obey, you'll be rewarded in the afterlife with him in heaven. But here on earth, you're a sinner. You need the church, the priest, the temple to reach God. And that's how humanity fully lost its direct connection to God.
What do you make of? Yeah, me yes, I know. Me jawa dream na also dream home. My international embrace BBRC embrace keke. Dream home. It's a thought-provoking. Dream home. Say at some way, ni tini ni nine ebeko saying. And internet deviana WhatsApp number na mo friend to guys. A man for complain you MCR for your WhatsApp number. Mo fan to man me fan to hose friend. Fa message to her na makan na ma share also knowledge wono na yedi nkomo ho ate nti WhatsApp number is 0202973461 baby am MC for no gise meka mo complaining nyame on na omode ato no WhatsApp line won so share no so say ye ato yen kase frɛ share your views on it na u views na ye betimi ade this time won say me di me huni pa me kenkan messages ni now folks mami yi we so nkyerɛ mo not some war can say or no so can one Christos be to go Ghana it's that's a Christos be to go Ghana and a DNT and all my Christosum not here till one of a self-star self-dramatic one of my prophets maybe natural not some so no can one Christosum grabeti me go Ghana. So, dear be sunti and an adwin osusu say yen say o kan ho Christosum begu. Na sa na tia and not say bibi boni be koso ewo Christosum of which on one so part of it. Nti dey nti onye ma Christosum na engu. Why na e say? Listen to him carefully.
Me dina we say na me timi ofri Christosum I can code up Christianity 10 days. Wow, information will be any. Me dina we say na me timi ofri Christosum I can code up Christianity 10 days. Wow, information will be any. Me dina we say na me timi ofri Christosum I can code up Christianity 10 days. Wow, information will be any. Me dina we say na me timi ofri Christosum I can code up Christianity 10 days. Wow, information will be any. Me dina we say na me timi ofri Christosum I can code up Christianity 10 days. Wow, information will be any. Me dina we say na me timi ofri Christosum I can code up Christianity 10 days. Wow, information will be any.
Ozedei so mo twene ho fiki Christosum a obetimi close Christosum in how many days? One month na de bi ameka na obi tini be bia o na kwekwanan nkasa ye ebini. This guy. You see, some media guys be organ han on mama sa software in binom. One of them Captain Kwado Smart Kahon, and some of you these unscrupulous, useless, wicked, evil men of God, they making noise. Ghana. Captain Smart, or one of them. He's one of them who aids some of these men. He's one of the culprits of journalists. Wamuma sa sebe stupidity means some fool, means some hunibino, ekoso wamujiji women. Ni emomo yesa nem no kwasia sam na bi no and I tell him if you come no collapse Christosum yeka de we na brebeni on collapse amwa kwata en collapse Christosum yeka de so betimia advert bi na wo mo ye wo can I say can I sample peace FM for ya metasres akoy say advert ne ko say obi ba be ware ne baba na say I also unkoto say this way was the end no say or the list happen no say hwem say obetimi a ne sa de no obetimi collapse Christ so way papa way that day ni bia no woman say omunya a bunch of crooks, thieves. Wait, I'm quarter so be collapse Christosum. I challenge him. He should come out and all free Christosum. Almost say only about collapse Christosum. Now then 1 year. On the basis of this, let's just say BB cause Christosum that he knows of. So why is he quiet? I'm quarter a pajanity is a kitchen. Jimmy for munimi nyansa na mo sori a mo kwa ko butu weni mu weni nyansa mo dey say come. They are making rich, fabulously rich into their pocket. Ghanaians, stop the fooling and wake up. They are a bunch of what? Thieves, criminals and thieves and robbers, masqueraders across the space of the gospel, abusing the gospel like nobody's business. The commercialization and selling something called what? HOP, hope, at the detriment of the Ghanaian who is wondering where next salvation is coming from, depending what salvation you are looking for. But I'm telling you. And the Matisse or ye nimi be church. No person catch the Wednesday. President is next year 70th year no womunya dien Ghana nya dien and I say na fahina assembly womunya ya datafo womu hwedu mbedi keke 70 years asofo omudu omu bedi me so wo Ghana wo dey better the 70th anniversary ye bedi me say wo Ghana obehu die besi. They are a bunch of criminals. They simply just want to jump into it. Keke. No, my yen say, yen anyo. A year, Yankupon di shrebi sunkubi di bro, my Ghana. As if says I shall there, Yankupon farmer, unless he did 70 years now, Sana. Crooks. They are all crooks. A day, and as I say, you, Ansana Christosum no. Or between with him. He's just, you see, oh, Irade, oh gosh. When you pay Guaso demo, that's what Moses friend is saying, Parliament House, and I see a day. Oh, Zanano, maybe 3 years, Nana Monday. She said, Quabrani, I will see and Puma. I call my friends a jabba, no me channel, so babadia, Miss Omna studio, so babadia. I just I want them to come. Namumbe demonstrated the God's power namokano. Samunya dadafo and amunya kronfo by using and abusing God's name through manipulation, hypnotization, and dogmatism. Journalists or more Ghana and they've allowed all of these unscrupulous rogues and scavengers to be flying on the religious space. Why am I doing so? Politicians in quite deal with it. Politicians in some line, our friend, I don't know why you've called the line. The line is not meant for call. Please respect yourself. Cut the line. For message, Ebra, the line is not meant to call. Well, what is going on in this country? No, akakabinsem. Where is omutiti studio I so put the do so ye you so I don't even who the wait. This self-dramatic amwakwata Bejia Ghana for him, Ejia Nasurifie told the world and the church can get the president. Who is he today? Bunch of crooks, criminals. Mungo Bisano, so Konasano will Bisano. I dare him, I dare Ben Obeka Ghana for, including the supporters of Kennedy. Kennedy Nasemo. It's unfortunate. He allowed that space because some of us we knew something bigger was was terribly wrong. And Kennedy was not one of them to have allowed some of these self-star masqueraders right at his space, but he allowed them. So what's the Ghana? Could the American in Yenekra? Me say, me challenge any Ghanaian. Me say, what's the Kwekwana the American in Yenekra? Many Canada Japan started project we, sa crusade we. But you miss us a brown why money in Quantanwa or no Coco join sa space. You miss us do was saying, woman do was saying, and I feed woman Kennedy Bejina Simpie. So Emma Kennedy, all the prophecies about say he's coming, he's this, he's coming to do this, and I said for no Jimmy Castle Mukaguni Trim, one did Korea Hifa. I challenge them, including a bunch of animals. Then I'm no one did Korea Hifa. Woman in Canada, Japan, Korea Hifa. I challenge them. Who was the God they were worshipping, including Amakwata? Adadafo. Ghanaian, wake up. Now when you and yet the ente what? No when you ente. What did they do to him? They misled him. And it was even around this time, Kennedy Japan, Naba Eswunyana, a drop his sukra down. No big no one. And I saw the angel. And the angel useless animals, sir. Nama mom space or munye dede. I will mind him. Guys, tonight I have a message for Ghanaians before I go on break. Message, Mede Brown in here. It's a message you need to listen and listen well. It's been long overdue after days, weeks, months, a year. This platform has been drumming home and drumming home as well as the what? The build up into our biggest expose we title The Workers of Iniquity. And this expose is going to unravel the foundation of the Christian church in Ghana. Kweku, you can name me after Satan's right man or Satan's left man, or you can say Kwekuanan is the apostle of satanic whatever. I have not even it doesn't reach, and it will not wreck. But folks, for long overdue, and why this expose has to take a much longer period, even after the announcement of last year 2024 all until 2025 2026. I am here tonight to announce to you that the frontline expose and of course the maiden expose is taking off on Monday 23rd of March 2026. The expose is kicking off here. Now, this is the last show for the week. And I'm sure you know, Friday is a holiday. So Friday, we are not doing a show. So this is my last show for the week. The Frontline will not do a show on Friday. Definitely will repeat a show, but not live show. But again, may I announce to you that Monday is also a holiday, but for the purpose of the commencement of the much anticipated expose, we are going to break the grounds and we are going to pull the veil, and then we shoot the expose on Monday 23rd of March. Folks, I am to tell you that yes, the expose is going to break the grounds, and the first victim, who is no other person but a Ghanaian, flew from all the way from the United States, currently here in Ghana, would be in the studio to tell her story. Who is this Ghanaian renowned bishop? Caused a harm to her, and why? And all of that. And of course, on Monday, the expose would also unveil all the characters behind, from Monday all until maybe the end of, I don't know how many months will go. the expose will kickstart. So folks, I call on all Ghanaians here and around the world, gauge the space, particularly those of you who wants to know who are these some of the, what do you call it, masqueraders using Bible, build churches. They build a lot of churches, and they are using the church as a cash cow to defrauding innocent souls in this country. Asma making an answer. My last show, weekly. And Friday holiday. Me kochani me Muslim for no. Yekodidi. Monday is a holiday. But Monday holiday is about 23rd of March. And no ye breaking the grounds. Monday ni be eradie didi ti. Monday ye baba be de eradie betun say didi ni eradie didi. Ebenum communion ni anum wine. Until ukwa sorry kwesi ade ya bisa osofo say Jack expose no wo ka ho bia na bisa na asem bi obeka che wo de fa hye wo. Okay, yeah, bisa osofo no across the charismatic authors whatever we enye expose na no nkrofo betena ho a wo no mo keka o story no me say this time the victims will be speaking, the victims. So what the cousin say? Yes. Now on Monday, the maiden edition of this expose would speak to a victim expose into a plane ticket about Ghana, would take the seat and tell her story. Who is this bishop in Ghana? Or then the far Kwan Benso. And a day, you be bishop in a picture, and Bibia, everything, Bibia, I got so be anyhow. Now, who or so for Kwan was the one Tiasia. Now, Otiasia and ye. Now, Pesa Otiasia, no intimation Tiasia, Brifiha. Bra. On Monday, guys, a holiday, but the frontline meeting edition of the much anticipated expose would kickstart here in the studios of CTV. And of course, tonight, let me show you all the dramas about the expose and how the expose begins to create the awareness and the build-up for you to know, say, we are doing this to also sanitize the Christ Church and to sanitize the Christian community here in Ghana. Take a listen to this. Great, guys, welcome back. Of course, the Frontline show, first edition. Make a short break, me back. The Frontline, Ghana Speaks Extension. I'm going to unveil the Rwanda's report. May I share how I reported because stick and stay. I'll be right back. For now. Great. Welcome back to Ghana Speaks Extension, and of course, in this edition, folks, tonight, I welcome you back to Ghana Speaks Extension. In this edition tonight, we turn the spotlights once again on the Rwandan blueprint for Ghana for church regulation and reforms. We examine its impacts and relevance while calling on Ghanaian authorities to consider adopting a similar policy direction to ensure accountability, order, and integrity within the religious space. Now, documenting one. Tonight, we need the last document, the summary of the Rwanda's report. Now, Shaha, also in summary, since 2018, the Rwandan government has shut down more than 10,000 places of worship, with a sharp increase of approximately 4,000 to 5,600 closures recorded between July and August 2024 alone. The core situation, Echo, do you have the report? Put it there. Also, the core situation, government position, authorities through the Rwandan Governance Board, RGB, describe the closures as necessary to protect public health, safety, and national order. To protect them, to protect public health, safety, criticized the rapid growth of what he calls mushroom churches, unquote, arguing that some exploits vulnerable citizens. He has emphasized that Rwanda needs economic development and industrial growth more than unregulated worship centers. And he's right. Paul Kagame, oh, come on. He's one of the African best. And also, to sorry dining against what? Or you protect it? Public what? Health, order, national order. Because who is sorry no? And so ni ye dwumagu on bottom. All the charges, including Amwakwanta Mina, woman ye dwumagu on bottom. Woman ya now scrupulous journalists if we be do on platform, so giving them, hyping them, and doing all sorts of things. Into Adebachino, Ghana ni Kosha office or your soft mapebiama. Adadaf one ya 2-4 in Kontompo. Na deni. But Paul Kagame is right. Now, mandatory requirements, or say to operate legally, churches are now required to meet strict conditions, including 1, theological qualification. Lead, I'm one telling me. What near there no? Wait! That's all you're too much. Also, requirements need to operate legal, and charges are now required to meet strict conditions, including 1, theological qualification. Lead what? Pastors must possess at least a bachelor's degree in theology. Anna Emwa. Number 2, building standards, worship facilities must comply with structural and safety regulations, such as proper soundproofing, lightning protection, fire safety equipment, and paved access roads. 3, financial transparency. All offerings and donations must pass through officially registered bank accounts, and churches must undergo yearly professional audit. A chrome for and nabraba for thieves. Sikani need kugu account on open to manage account no. You useless men. Adada for you kugu account me do pay and woye. Paul Kagame said the as a sikani nara aso sikani na must pass through the approved account. No better audit. Yakopon ya adoma Monday maiden edition. May video natural. Our members of parliament ni bi. Yes and no. As I see a regulating sorry no. Sorry. And so I saw mutual tax. Why are there? When you started debate. Start the debate. Let the church pay taxes in this nation. We are chrome for. Now, there are also impact, or say impact on communities. Impact on communities. Or say the enforcement measures have particularly affected smaller Pentecostal congregations. Many worshippers now travel long distances to attend service, while others meet directly to avoid penalties, risking arrest. Some pastors have reportedly relocated to neighboring countries to continue their ministry. Why not? Now we relocate and I say, I baby no not to Rwanda on free home to Torium. I am Muslim, Nipom, and Yam, or Dotom, or no Mokoya, so Zumugane, Sana Ganesium. So the lights of the Jabanamo, the lights of Amwaquatanamo, the lights of Zaquano, so Echo so many demame. I could even our pon was a Muslim friends, a Jabna me and answer day. Something that crook. Another animal be. What's your friend saying? Or fire uja. Look at that fool fire uja. What some pennies are they did me quick one another time say a day no no yankopon say of your sofa I between and ne kosi Monday. I challenge you guys. Fear ne kosi Monday. Mama quick one and ewiem mpai na me nkwasha asase na se mi amfa na asem ho. Me twem. Fitene and what's your friend say fire then. Fire uja. Look, Quasiedin and the Domus. One, Fanny Peter, not to mammy. Quick, Yanitama me call. Show, needing the fire and the uja. What kind of stupidity tautology we? Also, one co school ninti. One co school. Nimdieba could say Nimdieba could say, now. And they are abusing you, the Ghanaian. They continue to abuse you, your fundamental right. And abuse you, so we'll be abusing Uganda because Uganda no intimacy. But all the abuse, no more abuse, it goes largely affects the entire what? The nation's moral fiber, which is dangerous because Ghana, yeah, isolated. The international community no more sharing. If we are seeing there sharing, sent to be passport. Not the passport nation ne ase ne mpabwo mu or the passport nation ni shoe mu just because of so be convincing ni pego nti obi nim such a lunatic sir a mumu was say or the passport nation on my ejapade o because when you say e fe ejaba asiampeni sir look at this fool on one pon ho sir obi di matter anyhow because of what no me say maboni dimpo hada we yo. Now we are Bema. Be one on a casa when some form with the Ghana. Be one on a Mongasa. President to be a new memo. Why not? Obe take more so for no on. Emma Yankopon Yama Daddy. What I say, Napoli Gamede, Yamibe Shana. Rwanda mine, Muntini from whom compare Rwanda. Come on. Yes, what? Show. Now, I saw for no more Rwanda baby Granny. We need to tell them, Rwanda reflects a strong state-driven effort to regulate the religious sector in the name of public safety, accountability, and national development, while the government, through the Rwanda Governance Board, maintains that these measures protect citizens from exploitation and unsafe conditions. The scale and intensity of enforcement have raised concerns about religious freedom and state control. Na Ghana DM. Politicians in here ready some ball who buy. Now I do one can say ball mine chrono. Now I don't know more obi sister obi sunya day. No. They are all in cahoots, put together, shake together, run over. A connectivity. Now I'll say ultimately the issue cites the intersection of governance and civil liberties. Sites and civil governance and civil liberties. The long-term impact would likely depend on whether the regulations are applied transparently and fairly, balancing the need for order and development with a constitutional right to freedom of worship. Yeah, the same thing and yet the same thing in the freedom of worship in the na say mu bie more religious space no many people din kwasi asam za sanete o ma be me yes in the freedom of worship in the na say mu bie mu space no mu air space no and the television channels ni no hwan na age me kan say se Ghana ni bi se me bo akwana ko check all your television channels ni is being apart from say private stations here to talk to about getting to 56%, if not about 60%. are being run by these unscrupulous animals. No mo de ye nyoma nkwa siade e we fie no mo. Ghana ni soro ni na de TV channels ni ano ye de mom no na ye de bi su ton ye kan say ya soap opera as soap opera na the Ghana ni no or yes soap opera no in free Mexico na free Thailand be free. No, the Ghana ni is being shaped by foreign influx of a foreign identity and culture. Nothing that is being done on our television screens that gives national in character. Abba any pabeni sebin previous animal kingdom no ko mo dwen o. Mo dwen wate. They are thinking. Also, the mass closure of place of worship in Rwanda reflects a strong state-driven effort to regulate the religious sector in the name of public safety, accountability, and national development. While ultimately, the issue sites at the intersection of governments and civil liberty, the long-term impact will likely depend on whether regulations are applied transparently, fairly, balancing need for order and development with a constitutional right to freedom of worship. Rwanda de na makaya chiro no na Ghana de ne be den Rollins sorry bribi abesenko na montena se so na montena se my main message was saying, hi anointed one, please, good evening, please, my name is Wisdom Love. I am being following you're from long time, and I humbly and truthfully wanted to let you know that you are 100% anointed than all of the men of God they claim to be in the whole world. God bless you, anointed one. Please, I would find a time to send you a voice and expose the strategies from the so-called Christian and Muslims. Okay. Also, you're anointed. Let me tell you this, guys. All of us, we are all what? We are God sent to. Every human being on this earth. We are here for a reason. You are here for a reason. There's a reason why. Like Kirk Franklin said, there's a reason why I sing. There's a reason why we are all here. Do not see your man of God, the pastor, the prophet, the bishop, so on pet and anointing the assembly. Please, that's a big mistake. You are here for a reason. Through you, somebody must survive tomorrow. Okay, through you, somebody must get an information to the next. Through you, something must be done to the next level, right? Except that a nation that is what? Is misguided, a nation that doesn't have what? Consciousness. These are the things you see. Hi, Kweku, great job. Keep it up. You are one of the few credible journalists I admire and love to listen to. Please, let not little minds and undiscerning followers damp your spirit and resolve to keep enlightening and educating us, to keep us away from the darkness of the ignorance and continue to open our eyes and enlighten us. But Kweku, please talk to your crew in charge of the audio transmission of your show to up their game, because sometimes the audio transmission is not is nothing but appealing. Stay blessed, Kweku. CB Constant, take my big salute. MC Amuti. Also, the enemy is screaming up. I cannot be seen to be doing all. But I am systems. Your show today was married with very bad audio. We could not get the best of the show. I say, hi, Senior Kwekwanen. When would Ghana realize these pastors are what? The cause of our problems. Ghana would rise again if we do away with these fake prophets. God bless you. Ninoy from Westland. I love you, boss. Ni. I love you too, bro. I don't know, Ni, but let's see how that goes. Also, God bless you, Kweku. We listen to you every day, but today the sound is not good. Keep on. We support you. Oh, and Nepal Lasho MCR Nkrofu in your sound was a sound on TV. Oh, let them check your sound. You see? Nina, that's a complaint. Also, good evening. Sound has been off for about 30 minutes, so we can't even hear what you are saying. 30 minutes per hour. Guys, are you listening? And many people are complaining about the sound. Yeah. I'll say good evening, please. Since you began the program, we can't hear. It's like you have a problem with your connection. I guess so. MCR and management. Samuti. The management of this station, you are listening. Some of these things you do and you provoke me to say what I have to say, because I have told you people constantly the things that goes against my kind of saying image is what I don't want to tolerate. I've spoken my head off and lots of construction is going on, but some of these things you must take note of it and sort it out. Please, oh. Some of these things can be dealt with and it can be done in no time. I am speaking to my management of CTV television. Moshe Bibi yo. That kopera mo beso na mo behena ma medwuma. Mo meka nchire wi asese kwekwana yetua ne ka wa medwuma. Na enya me meka nsem ni na akire wi ase. Oh yeah. Me di ma sama me di ne fe o. Samu tutu ni me bi ya. God, the day is coming. Good evening. I am enjoying your program, but there is a problem. All we see is movement, no talking, not only today, but always. I think there is a sabotage somewhere. There's no sabotage anymore. You want me to spew out in your home? Okay, guys, the message is Dawson. They are all complaining about sound. Please, I'm watching you live from Tema, and the sound is not clear. Yeah. Baby, we are seeing a ratio. What goes on? Please, I'm watching you live from Tema, and the sound is not clear. May kind of amazing dozens. Yeah. Dozens. Okay, guys. My sincere apology, okay? Let me apologize to my viewers and my listeners. For those of you who really believe, say, yes, this is your show. That's sometimes sounding into me, man. I feel your pain and I feel your but what's it? Was it good? Okay, wait your message for me. Okay. It's a monfancheme na yebesheni na ya resolve. Why? Okay, good evening, Kweku. My daughter wants to work in CTV television. Watching you live from Teshi, Ayalulu. I see. Where's it? Good evening, sir. Thank you for the good work. I'm watching you live from Miami. Hey, Miami, New York City. All right, Miami. I hope it's Miami from where pa. Hey, Adebe na odi abi. Okay, let me read this one. Oh no, wait you. Nigerian university, wait you. Hello, Kwekwanan. I had to disagree with you on the church reform in Rwanda. Can Ghana follow? Why not the other? Is it a call? Rwanda reforms, no. Ni ebeti me di abadie. Really? Okay. Mama Joe said, this is Andrew's more fire. Andrew, I hope so. Come on. Good evening, Kweku. How I wish I could enjoy your show today, but your sound team made it impossible. Please be hard on them, just like you want the Ghana government to be hard on the pastors. Thank you and have a great night. Keep on doing a wonderful job. Yeah, guy. I agree with you. Some of the things I said, I've complained to my man. Can't say. Let me put it straight to my group chairman. Group chairman said we are going to Ochina Udi Afache. I believe the end of this month, all of these machines now Chief Sedu Agongo, you are a man of your words. Please assist the management to get a lot of enyoma bebwire. Group chairman Sedu Agongo, salute you, sir. Ochina Udia Fashepa. But me Saudi Afashe because Monday ye schedule me die kese pa ase ewo ahase. And ye pese enyoma ekoye na amafo so enjoy the ye hwehwe no ma enkoye. Okay? Yes. Na enkoye. Why? Yes. Mame, I'll say fire burn all of this Leku Susu pastors and those Betsy men. God bless you and keep the fire burning. You are the torture something. I'm so okay, something wrong. Okay, no problem. Yes, guys, but it won't be see. I say, but I'll say, good evening. I am enjoying the program, but there's okay, man. I'll say, hi. Could you please repeat this program since we heard nothing? I don't know if okay. We'll work it out with MC. I say repeating a year, then we'll look at it so that Friday will repeat. But of course, like I said, Friday is a holiday. And Kweku, well, say hello, Kweku. Why did you leave? Oh, David Davis. I've said it over. You're asking me why I left that place, but I've explained it over and over, so there's no need to explain it. Why? Mira, why? When it opens, so message in our say, okay. Okay, guys. See this year, National so say we need a last program. My live telecast on Friday, remember a repeated one. If this one we are sound in your car, we need repeat. Why? The frontline expose and Monday a holiday, but program we be betnas Monday kesiye pa. Monday any day expose no maiden edition ya day toso. Na die be sinye victim bia ono die de na be shase o man penny. Yeah. O man penny o. We free America. We try to plane ticket about so quick. Nia me pese me betwa na me kasama Ghana for ne temene. Na me kire mo adea sa osofu penny or de me fast. So or your software ben Monday will be hu no. Will be hu the image. Expose it's going to rock every corner. And I saw for no be busy pa. To the share down so. Monso my imagine say obi kana so kwekwe be ma wako eyi hibernation. Yeah, hwe de mo betimi aye. Obi entimi nya hwe folks. But the movie see na channel of course program that so that YouTube on to betimi aye. Obetimi na wako akohwe me bibia no aye kama, but of course e behwe ne am repeated na so yankopon ya dem Friday, okay? Then in added an aquam so the mama bibia how from Monday going and yama bear fine pa bibia bear kama obe enjoy show no expose no so there and I think and the folks but them will see and channel so great guys na mama chidom e call Bismarck, great guy Joshua womina and a bomb chidom, and then online editor Keynes, and so a bo chidom online editor yeni dwa editors at large Kofi Ansa, and then director of research Eno Kofi Ejiro, of course at a point on no complaints sound in them say how you are and the folks mo fan chem say bebre mo nya sound in enti no problem ye be hwe rectify nyo me na say sound na ye na eyi ne de be den ye de be to for repeater obi hu nti Friday 8:05 p.m. for CTV na hwe what is coming Nanyoma and Danakwe. My name still remains Kweku Anan. Until I come your way, same time, Monday, holiday, special edition. Monday, special edition like this. It will be like this. It'll be swinging like this. The pendulum will swing. And then there will be what? A clarion call and a cymbal in the Christian community in Ghana. Folks, stay out of trouble and enjoy your weekend. And of course, my greetings to all our Muslim brothers. Of course, we don't grab kind of review and back saying Idil Fitr on Yankopon Allah any more dinner. I come to me so me be a fine do baby, and I honor say me break it. But at least I was with you guys, and I believe that all my guys, all my Muslim brothers and sisters, particularly my group chairman Seydou Alhaji Seydou Agongo. Munya Seydou Agongo picture or move on to screen is where yes, Dimo Kotine. What was saying? Zono na Ochina. Yes, Ora Seydou Agongo, of course, is going to join the Muslim group all over the country. Obviously, group chairman, Fanisi. Okay, no problem. Yes, but of course, Seydou Agongo, indefatigable business guy, does good stuff in the country, contributing to Ghana's GDP and the economy and all of that. Ochina Muina, Ochina Yene Era Sheikh Sarabutu, Yene Bebum, na Yasum, Ididi Swa, not just say Memenenda. Kwesiada Monday near Sunday atoaso na ndi na chese agro no ana ekono yenim yenu Muslim for empire mu sanidi go homo men man tese sheik bijina kona bi ye prophecy na sheik bi ye no asofo na amu akom kire omo mpe na omaye edidi fo nko edidi February na omo se omo na na be fanfare bi omo nya free January ape omo se ye twa 1 month fasting na omo ye fasting. And so you're fasting there no more year. And I down boti pa num tea ya chikosu pa we see home bishop mwa we did this no we be John or catch church members or munye here baba na or kikanism no can walk no or moka. And so on ya come bia or dada sorry man. Yes folks yemi ana Muslim for nyame nsham no nkam na onfa mu akwantiwe onfa dwum emu yedie papa emfemra omen kwaku ahanam de mu besi nyame adoma Monday me no mo behye esum kese na ase bye for now.